And welcome to Hoosac Valley High School for high school basketball as the North County rivals, the Drury Blue Devils and the Hoosac Valley Hurricanes, meet in a Berkshire County showdown. Welcome everyone. Tim Moore alongside of our analyst John Jacoby and longtime broadcast partner Rick Bua, as we bring you high school basketball action here as these two rivals square off in an early season showdown. And we're just getting the starting lineups here for both squads. And we're going to pause right now for the playing of our national anthem.
At this time, fans, please rise, direct your attention towards the flag as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And guys, as we come into this one tonight, the Drury Blue Devils undefeated 2-0 and a couple nice victories early on. And John, a big one the other night against Wacona.
Yeah, you know, Wacona is probably the only Berkshire County team that has had success against the Lady Hurricanes. And yesterday or earlier this week, Drury took it to them. I didn't think Drury played their best game. They didn't shoot the ball well, but they scrapped all over the field and held on to a nice victory. 2-0 start, nice early rivalry game for both teams. It's going to be a great night of basketball.
And Rick, for Drury, been a long time since they've had the better of Hoosac Valley, going back to 2013, so they got a little bit of incentive against this young Hurricane squad.
It was exactly then, Tim, when Drury had beaten Hoosac Valley twice in the regular season and lost in the Western Mass Finals, that the dynasty began. And if you want to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. So we'll see what happens tonight.
And there's the tip controlled by Drury. And McGrath going to work the ball. The senior, Hoosac Valley in that man-to-man defense here. Drury with a little bit of a size advantage over this young Hurricane squad. And there's an early turnover on the perimeter.
Yeah, Hoosac, is young this year, but they still are trying to live up to the legend of the program, and they're going to play great defense every night, so it's going to be a battle.
And there's the freshman Gianna Winnick running the point for the Hoosac Valley Hurricanes. Takes it all the way to the basket and can't get it to go. And Drury's going to clear that rebound. They're looking to run it.
They missed the travel there, Tim.
Yeah, could have got away with one there. And once again, Hoosac Valley. Now they're switching it up in a zone defense. And there's a turnover. It's a second turnover for the Blue Devils here so early on.
Drury has the ball possession twice and both ended up in turnovers. They got to protect the ball against this scrappy young Hoosac team.
They got Ashlyn Hayden all on Reagan Shea tonight, guys.
Yep.
As expected.
Yeah, Ashlyn did a great job on McCarthy against Wacona. I think she's going to be the defensive stopper for Drury, and Shea's off to a great start, so they put her on it tonight.
And on the outside there, Lily Moranti, we're going to watch her, the sophomore. And that shot goes away, but picked off on a rebound. And let's cleared out of there by Jess.
Yeah, they're letting them play. They took it in for a couple of shots there, but they couldn't connect on the inside buckets, and you got to battle for every point right now. Minute and a half and no score.
And LaJess, she's got the first bucket of the ball game for Hoosac Valley. Seems like she's been around forever, but she's only a sophomore.
Yeah, she got a young start to her career. Another turnover for Drury, not the start they're looking for.
Got a foul on Elise Daly. That's going to be her first, team's first.
Yeah, you're right, John. Drury's only really had one shot at the hoop so far. They've had a few turnovers early on.
Yeah, they are hungry. They're 2-0. They just beat Wacona, but right now they look a little tense. It's been 12 years since they've knocked off the Hurricanes. They got to find their game sooner than later, hopefully.
And they got a big crowd here tonight. And there's a nice steal there.
Yeah, both teams played great defense. The Wacona game, Drury played outstanding defense, helped them to the win when they weren't shooting the ball that great.
And they're going to go down low, and there's a foul there. They're looking for Daly down in the box, the big junior. And they're going to call a foul here.
On Shea.
Yeah, Reagan Shea.
Yeah, the leading scorer. She's averaging 22 points a night. You don't want to get that second foul. Quick early one on her, and we'll see how they play it from here.
5:37 to go here in this first quarter. It's been a defensive struggle so far. Hoosac Valley with the only points of the game. They lead it 2-0. There's a three-point shot there by Drury, and it's going to go off Megan McGrath out of bounds over to the Hurricanes.
Yeah, Drury has a lot of kids that can score. They got to get 6 to 8 points from a bunch of different players. They got to find the right hot hand right now. And right now, Lily Moranti's the only one who's taking shots.
And there's a turnover there on the travel by Whittick.
You know, guys, what I thought with Coach Downey's team the last couple of years is that they were so unselfish they sometimes overpassed the basketball, if there's such a thing. And they are looking for the good shot, the open shot, and playing team basketball. And I see a difference in their offense this year.
Right. And there's another errant pass. It's going to be a tie. We're going to call a foul here. We'll see who this is going to go. It's going to go against Hoosac. And it's going to go against LaJess there on the tie-up.
First for Genevieve and the second team foul for the Hurricanes.
50-50 ball. That could have been a jump, but they thought she got her with the body, I guess.
Yeah, Coach Frederick wasn't really happy with that call, but and the ball in low. Runner down the lane, doesn't go.
Drury is just very, very cold.
Shea with the rebound. There's going to be a foul there in the backcourt.
That's on Delaney
Hayden.
Hayden.
That's kind of an ill-advised foul there, that far from the basket.
Yeah, no, they're just feeling a little pressure. She was trying to force a turnover. If Drury's going to get an easy bucket, it's going to be off a turnover, and they haven't created any except for the travels, which lets Hoosac set their defense.
Right.
Another travel. Got away with it.
Got away with it. And they scored. Yeah. They let that one go, John. I agree with you on
And
that.
Tark got a drive-in layup for a 4-0 lead.
4-0 Hoosac. Drury looking to get on the board here. Thought about it for a minute. And there it is, down low. Nice feed. There the boys. Delaney Hayden with the first bucket for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, they worked the ball in the corner, and Hoosac's defense didn't shift down low, and that's the first good look for Drury, and they cashed in.
Reagan Shea with the long three-pointer does not go. 4:08 to go here in this first quarter. Hoosac Valley with a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, Megan McGrath, another defensive rebound. She's all over the board.
And a driving runner for McGrath.
And she just showed that she can score too. But she's a key player because she knows how to play the game on both ends of the floor. Probably the best rebounder on the team on the floor right now.
And we're tied at 4 apiece here. First quarter of action. There's Shea with the long three-pointer. Doesn't go. And we're going to call that over to Drury on the rebounding action.
I would think that the Drury girls would have a height advantage of most of the clubs they're going to face this year. They've got good size.
Yeah, all their guards are big too. Like they've come in with Ella Bond, and she's got good size. Addie Shepard has good size, and everybody on the floor that started at good size. So they do match up well. They don't have a true center that's huge, but everybody's big.
Peyton Crane now into the game for Hoosac Valley, the 8th grader. And ball's going to go out of bounds. They're going to call a foul on the rebounding action.
Yeah, Drury's calmed their nerves a little bit with their couple buckets, and that's their third offensive rebound. They do have a height advantage, and the depth when they go to the bench, they're going to have an advantage tonight. We'll see if they can cash in.
Falls on Izzy Close.
Right. Ball's on the floor, tied up, and it'll go to Hoosac Valley on the possession. 3:13 to go here in this opening quarter of play. We're tied at 4 apiece.
Got the makings of a 30-something game again, John.
Yeah, Hoosac doesn't have the athletic scorers that they've had in the past, but they're still playing their tough defense. Only half court, but they did a lot of half court stuff last year.
And LaChess on the move down the lane. Doesn't get it to go. The putback by Crane. Just the 8th grader on the boards. Ball stolen there, but it's going to go over to Drury. Good hustle there by Wittick.
Yeah, I mean, 5 years ago, you wouldn't see Hoosac jog back into the half-court defense, but they're in a 1-3-1 zone right now, and 4-4 ball game. It's working right now.
All right, the freshman, Ellie Bond, out on top here for the Blue Devils. Shot is blocked, and it's going to stay with Drury.
I like the way McGrath's trying to penetrate the lane at least. She hasn't had a clear shot yet, but she's making the effort.
Yeah, she penetrated on her one bucket, but she could have dished that one off, but it went out of bounds off Hoosac, so they get the ball back.
And there are the two freshmen playing each other out on top. Bond and Wittick. And Drury will inbound the ball here. Tied at 4 apiece. A little bit of trouble getting that ball in.
Good pressure by the Canes.
Yeah, the ball pressure is great by the Canes. Little reach there, but got away with it. And, I thought there was a kick ball a few seconds ago, and they didn't reset, so only 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, the old saying, guys, and Coach, you'll know this, is
they don't know it. Drury doesn't know it.
John, they don't know it.
Ella does.
And just off before the buzzer.
When you're off offensively, it'll sometimes work out, hopefully. But defensively, there has to be the effort 100% of the time.
And Drury's going to call a timeout. Coach Downey wants to talk it over here a little bit, John. I think he thinks his squad's a little bit off track here early on.
Yeah, you know what? I know you got to save your timeouts, but that's a good timeout to talk to them. They're a little frustrated right now, but they haven't played their level of basketball, and that's credit to Hoosac's defense. But they need a timeout, regroup, and go, hey, we didn't play our best basketball for 6 minutes, and we're 4-4. Let's put it on right now, and let's make some moves.
All right. And we said at the outset, Drury comes into this game undefeated. They won the first 2 games of the year. They're 2-0. Hoosac Valley 1-1.
Yeah, Drury had an impressive win on the road against Lee, who they lost in the tournament to last year in overtime. Right. And both teams have a lot of the same players back. And then they had a very nice win over Wacona the other night. And now they want this one. This is sort of like 20 years ago, the Bruins versus the Canadians.
Right.
They couldn't beat the Canadians, and then when they finally did, it's evened out the series. And Drury wants to get back on the level where they can take down the reigning champ Hoosac Valley Hurricanes.
They are the 2-time defending Division V state champions. And that team was honored. Last year's team was honored here before this game. And there's a nice steal. Good half-court pressure there by the Blue Devils.
Drury put the press on, and it forced a turnover, and they got a chance at a layup, but they couldn't cash in.
It's a long one by McGrath, and the ball is saved on the sideline. And here comes the Hurricanes.
Yeah, no.
Well, they got the turnover, but couldn't get any points off it.
Megan had a 3 there, but she's better going to the basket than taking the 3, so they got to keep moving the ball, Drury. Hoosac's not making anything easy, though.
Nope. Yana Wittig with a long shot, does not go. And Shea
is fouled.
She's fouled on the play, and she's going to go to the line and shoot a pair. He said they need a big game out of her, John. Reagan Shea, the junior, she averages 22 points a game here early on in this season, and they're going to need a lot from her tonight.
Yeah, Reagan did her job last year as a member of a team that had a lot more scoring, and this year they don't have the scoring. That they didn't return the scoring from last year. All graduated out, and now she's got to take that big role and be the go-to girl every night for this team.
And Shea makes them both. Her first points of the game. It's 6-4 Hoosac with 1:15 to go in this first quarter.
And if you're going to be the leading scorer and the team leader, you got to knock down your free throws, and she didn't even touch the rim, I don't think.
And they're looking low. Good play. Oh, she was wide open. Bond with the jumper. Got it.
Good ball movement.
Ella Bond, the freshman. She's on the board with her first bucket. She averages 7 points a game early on here.
Yeah, Ella had a great game against Pecona, and that's her first shot tonight, and she cashed in.
Jumper from the corner is no good by Close. Isabella Close, the junior.
Remember Gianna Whittick came on mid-season last year, guys, and we were so impressed how spunky she was as an 8th grader.
Just as an 8th grader.
And again, last year she only had to fill a role. This year she's got to, run the point, and she's a great athlete. I saw her play volleyball this year, first time ever, and she did a great job out there. I'm impressed with her, and we'll see how she does as a leader on the floor instead of a role player like she was last year.
All right. Bond's shot goes out of bounds, so it's over to Hoosac Valley. They can hold for the last shot here with 24 seconds to go. We're tied at 6 apiece.
Yeah, the old Hoosac Valley would have went right at it. This one, they turned it over. Now Drury should hold for the last shot. They passed it out. They're shooting it early.
This is the jumper.
Good rebound by Wood.
And they're going to call a foul on that play. As Nora Wood, the senior, is fouled. She's going to go to the line and shoot 2 with 3 seconds to go here in this first quarter.
It's good to see her cash in an offensive rebound. She got the rebound, took it to the basket, and drew the foul. Now let's see if she can cash in the free throws.
And she gets the first one.
Having coached against Nora, she's a streak shooter. We'll see if she can cash in both, because once she makes one, I've seen her go on hot streaks.
And she got them both. And she gives Drury their first lead in the game, 8-6. And that's going to do it for a very, very tough first quarter of play, a defensive struggle between these two rivals. And the score after one is Drury 8 and Hoosac 6.
And what it made me think of is the iBerkshire's article where Coach Downey was quoted as saying it wasn't pretty, the Wacona game. At times it was ugly, but that's because of the defense.
Right.
The hustle's been there. Some turnovers, some fouls, some poor shooting percentage-wise, especially from the Lady Devils. But it's as advertised, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I'm impressed with Hoosac Valley defense because they lost a lot of their key players. It's the first time I've seen them play this year, and nothing came easy for Drury, and Drury earned every little bit to get that 2-point lead. But I think this quarter will be telling because Hoosac's been playing the same girls. They had one sub, I think, and
Yeah.
Drury's rotated people in. We'll see if that, depth for Drury pays off in the second quarter.
John, that is one advantage Coach Downey has, is he can go to his bench. Most of these kids have court time from last season. And Drury is still young. Hoosac Valley a little younger.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yes. This Drury. These are two young squads you have here this evening. Hoosac Valley and Drury.
Kira Vidali, sophomore, I believe, into the game for the first time for Drury.
All right.
Yeah, Kira played soccer for the first time, and I think that helped her. We'll see how she does out there.
Drive down the lane doesn't go for Crane. And Drury clears the ball away. They're going to set their offense here. Addison Shepard, the jumper from the corner is good for three. That's Bond.
They put the press on, and they got a turnover. Oh, no, great hustle by Shea.
And they're going to call a jump ball. And it's going to go to Drury. On the possession, Drury with that press, John, you're right. That's caused some trouble for Hoosac Valley here.
And I thought Ella Bond had a key role in the win against Wacona the other night. She only had about 7 points, but she just buried a three and took another one. Little long on that one, but she's not afraid to put it up.
Here comes Wittig. She's going to run into the front court. Shea thought about it for a minute. Wittig, whoa, that was a long one she was looking at. I'm going to back it out of there with Jess. Going to go hard to the basket. Shot is blocked by Bond, and she gets the block herself. And they're going to call
She's going to go to the line. And the Drury fans love it.
Oh, yes. Not only did she block the shot, she got the block herself.
Coast to coast.
Yeah, she had a big role on the team last year, and you'd think she'd be a junior or senior. She's only a freshman because she played so much as an 8th grader last year. Drury, I think, needs to find a scorer that can get 10 to 12 points, and I honestly think Ella Bond could be that girl. She got her 4th point in the quarter already and just missed in and out for the 5th, but she's right there. She's a key player, and she's showing it.
Oh, when it comes out of there, a lot of fight with that young
My
freshman.
goodness. Boy, does she give 100% effort all the time.
Another
block.
shot.
Wow, got away with that.
And they're going to call foul there.
Yeah, got to watch that outlet pass, and it was stolen away. And
Right.
generally, the vest.
They turn it over, and that's Shepard, who's part of their rotation in the big spot. So Elise Daly comes back in.
And Lejess gets the second.
Just a very good free throw shooter.
12-7, Drury here. 6:14 to go in the first half. If you're just joining us, Tim Morey alongside of John Jacoby and Rick Boa. Northern Berkshire Community Television bringing you high school basketball action. Ball stolen away by Shea. Ahead, that's a nice pass there. Ahead to Wittig.
Drury did a great job getting back. That could have been a 2-on-1, but they hustled back and prevented the transition basket. Now they got to earn it in the half court.
This is interesting. Vidal on Wittig. That outlet pass has been stolen the last 3 possessions.
Right,
And a foul.
Oh, that's a big foul there on the chest. That could be her second.
I believe so.
5:37 to go here in this first half.
Yeah, with Hoosac's pressure, the Drury girls.
Their third. They got it 3.
The Drury girls, with Hoosac's pressure, don't want to have the ball in their hands. They just got to hold the ball fake, and then make the right outlet pass.
Right.
Because they have turned it over 3 times in a row off their defensive rebounds. Yeah, Lejess picking up 3. That's big. Another test to the depth of Hoosac Valley.
Shot doesn't go. Drury battling hard on the boards. They have had the better of it on the glass tonight. On the outside.
Nice pass.
That is a good pass. Shot blocked. A lot of scramble underneath the basket here. And Crane comes away with it. And it's stolen. And there's a foul there.
It's going to be a John Whittick.
Yeah, a lot of physical action out on top. Whittick's going to be called for the foul.
It's going to be I think it's the 13th foul for the Hurricanes here in the second quarter.
Yeah, we're going to see that could be her second. No,
Yeah.
just her first.
With Drury's depth, it's hard to match up with all 5 players because you're going to find a mismatch somewhere. Yeah, Moranti had a better look when she first caught the ball, but she didn't make her first couple. Cut it back and had the same look, and it didn't go for her again. She's looking to get her first one of the night.
Right down the lane. Oh, beautiful drop down. Pass there.
That's a set play from John Frederick.
Yeah, good play there. Close to Crane. That's her first basket. And it's 12-9. Will call travel out on front.
Yeah, they don't have Ashlyn Hayden in the game, so Reagan got in the lane. They hit the post, and Tart made a great drop-off pass.
Yep.
And Crane, the 8th grader, got our basket. So it's one possession game again. And another foul on Drury.
Yeah, a little bit of foolishness there in the corner.
It's on Elise Daly. That's her second.
Yeah, they're both bigs for Drury, have 2 now. I mean, they have a 3rd big in Eva Moser, but she's out right now. So Nora Wood's going to get the call again.
All right, 4:22 here to go in this first half. It's a 3-point Drury lead, 12-9. And this has been a
good response by Hoosac Valley after they got down 12-7.
Yep. Been a physical, low-scoring contest between these two rivals. And there's Tart. Crossover down the lane. Nice move by Tart. And there's the 8th grader again. She's been doing some good work. Peyton Crane on the board for the Hurricanes.
They've been a little bit more aggressive than the Lady Devils.
And it's Gianna Whittick. And here comes Drury. They're looking to run. And it's going to be Kira Vidal.
Nice pass.
Beautiful pass. And four. Oh, great pass to Lily Moranti, and she's going to get a chance here to complete a 3-point play.
Yeah, Bond caught that pass, had her hips going up to the top of the key, and then saw Moranti cutting down low and 3-point opportunity. No. Rebound by Bond, though. Just lost it, though.
Yeah, it was going out of bounds. And here comes Whittick. And she's fouled.
Yeah, she's fouled from behind by Bond, trailing that play.
Yeah. 14-9, Drury with the lead here with 3:40 to go in this first half. And there goes Whittick down the lane, throws it up. And close, and they're going to call here a foul on the floor. That's another foul.
It's going to be on Vidal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's a tough one. I mean, it might have been a foul, but the guy who made it, I don't know how he saw it.
Right.
Like, let them play a little bit. Both teams have
Right,
4,
yeah.
Now we're shooting free throws.
Right. Turtle inbound it for Hoosac Valley. And the ball is knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you have Delaney on the bench, you can put McGrath on her, and she's just, you know, she plays hard and is a good matchup to defend Shea, and Shea's going to have to work hard all night long.
Oh, that pass is stolen there by Bond. She'll bring it into the front court. Shot is no. Boy, that looked like she had it lined up for Drury. Nora Wood. And it's Hoosac Valley's going to call a timeout. While we have a moment here. 3:21 to go in the first half. And it's Drury on top here, 14-9. Want to thank Northern Berkshire Community Television for the broadcast of tonight's high school basketball action between these two rivals. Drury and Hoosac Valley. The first of several live broadcasts we're going to have this year. Of course, we're going to be doing both the boys' games, and that's a big change, and the realignment of the county and Western Mass guys, Drury and Hoosac.
Having a bigger impact on our schedules.
Yeah, and I think it's also good for interest and attendance as well. You got a really, really nice, I mean, you always expect it with Hoosac Valley Drury, but there was a great crowd up at Drury when the Drury boys played Pittsfield.
Yeah, that was our sale of the night. She set her feet that time,
Yeah.
but right now you battle in your head if you know, Nora can knock that down, but she's got to catch and shoot and not think.
There's Whittick with a long three-pointer. Got it! Oh, you're right. Could have shuffled the feet. They let it go. And Whittick with the three-pointer, and we're down to a 2-point game. 14-12. McGrath down the lane. Oh, can't get it to go. Had a real good look at it. And Shea clears the rebound away.
Yeah, Hoosac's done a great job battling back from a 5- and 6-point deficit, and they're right here in this game. Another turnover, though.
Yeah. And here it comes, Drury. Doesn't get it to go. Long three-pointer. Go!
Come on!
That's a great turn down by Nora Wood. One more pass. Even more wide open Bond, who now has 2 threes in the game.
And she leads all scorers with 9 points here. And Drury has extended their lead to 17-12 with 2:06 to go here in the first half.
And here's where Drury gets it. They're going to the bench, and they come back with the Twins, who are now rested and have 2 minutes to finish the half. Drury's got a lot of forced turnovers, and they're going to try to get a bigger lead before halftime, going back to their starters.
And Whittick backs it off. And
Another turnover.
Over there.
Third opportunity left.
You're right. She had a real good look at it. Tart on the floor. And they're going to call a timeout there.
Yeah, in a low-scoring game, Coach Frederick decided to use a timeout to save a possession because that might have been a turnover there, and it could have been on their deep in their defensive part of the floor. So Hoosac, 2 early timeouts in the first half, down by 5. Next minute and a half is huge.
Right.
Drury go on a run. It's near a 10-point lead. If Hoosac goes on a run, we're talking a tie ball game at halftime. The final 2 minutes of a half are often the key. You don't think about it, in the final minute of a game, but it's the final possession or 2 each quarter leading up to it makes a difference. And it'll be Drury's ball coming out at halftime if there's no more jump balls. So,
and Rick, as you look down there at the Hoosac bench, John talking about some depth. Not playing tonight, a big loss for Hoosac Valley. Sophie Wilson, just a sophomore, has had some medical issues, but my understanding is she's going to be back potentially within a week or two after she gets some practice time. If that's the case, that will be a big addition for Hoosac Valley.
Yeah, huge addition, absolutely. You're going to have more experience, and you've also got a young lady that's 5'11", almost 6 feet tall.
Yeah, very athletic. Okay, here comes Hoosac Valley. They're battling that press. They get it into the front court. Whittick behind her back. Takes it to the basket. Oh, drops it down. And score it. Oh, that was all
that's
Whittick.
Great composure by Whittick there. Beat a double team and turn the corner. Once you turn that corner, anything can happen.
Nice cross-court pass. Dangerous, though. And they're going to call.
And now we're shooting free throws.
Yeah, on the way to the basket. We're in the penalty now. That's a 15 foul for Hoosac Valley. So free throws are wrestled away for Drury.
It's on Tart.
And that brings
her
Delaney.
first.
Yep, that brings Delaney Hayden to the line for the Blue Devils. And she cans the first one. With 1:07 to go here in this first half, it has been a real physical defensive struggle. Doesn't get the second, and there's Crane, the ball.
It's off Reagan Shea.
Yep.
She couldn't control it.
Yeah,
she had good boxed out.
Yeah,
right.
McGrath put pressure on him, and then she went to go get it and lost control. That was good pressure by McGrath. Tough pass, though.
Yeah. They're going to give that back over to Hoosac. You're right.
Tough to do all that work.
That's a tough play. All right, Drury still in that zone press here. Now it's a 1-2-2, extended.
Ten-second violation.
10-second violation. And Hoosac Valley has had difficulty with that zone press.
Well, Drury's got an athlete in all 5 spots, so they can run that press and put the pressure on them because Reagan and Wittig are the only ones that are real confident with the ball.
Shot goes awry, rebounded by Drury. And there's McGrath on the top, and she's got it. Oh, it's a big basket here. 35 seconds to go.
I was telling Megan's dad, Sean, I can tell when her shot's going in. She had great rotation there, and she buried it.
25 seconds to go. There it goes McGrath down the lane. Her shot is blocked.
Nice block there by Reagan Shea.
Right. 21-14 Drury, 18 seconds to go. This could be a big sequence here.
Yeah, let's see if Drury tries to score early and then put the press back on, or do they just hold it? They call a foul?
They did.
Oh, boy.
Grabbed her arm. Yeah.
And Reagan Shea, her second right before half.
Oh, boy. It's way away from the basket. That's going to put McGrath on the line for a 1-and-1. Boy, that is...
And now Drury can put their press on if she can make her free throws.
Sure.
And they get 2 free throws without having to attack the defense.
Right. Yeah. And they're giving her. Oh, yeah, they're going to give her 2 here.
Yeah, John, that's the rule now.
2,
right?
yeah, 2.
Yeah, there's no more 1-on-1.
No, I hate it because I love the 1-on-1s and made the pressure on that. Yeah, now they got the press on. They're going to try to pull a New England Patriots and score at the end of both halves. That could have been a foul, and they didn't call it. And Delaney...
And they're going to let it go with 0.9 seconds to go.
Yeah, but Drury's opened up an 8-point lead, and they get the ball to start the half. And who'd they give the ball to?
They gave it to Hoosac.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that call, but that's all right.
And that's going to do it for the first half here at Hoosac Valley. We finished one half of this game, and it's the Drury Blue Devils with the 8-point lead, 22-14, and that sequence towards the end of this first half was big, where Drury got a 3-pointer and a basket to extend a 4-point lead up to 8.
Yeah, I mean, 8 points is still anybody's ball game, and if you're Hoosac Valley and you only scored 14 points, you're happy you held them to 22. But it is a dogfight out there for every point tonight, and Drury's drained 3 threes, and that's why they have the 8-point lead to only 1 for Hoosac Valley.
Right, it is a very, very physical contest between these two rivals. They're going at it tooth and nail, and it was a low-scoring game. A couple of big baskets by Drury in that sequence as we closed out the first half, and that's really extended their 4-point lead. So it's up to 8, 22-14, and it's everything we thought it was going to be. That's for sure.
Yeah, Hoosac's got to worry about coming back from an 8-point deficit. They got to worry about LeJess with 3 fouls, and hopefully she can avoid the 4th one early. And then late in the half, Shea got her 2nd foul. So they just got to keep an eye on that. And Drury again had 2 players in foul trouble with 2, Daly and Shepard. And they don't miss a beat because they can go to their bench with veteran players that have played meaningful minutes. So it's a dogfight out there. Drury wants to get in the win column against Hoosac Valley, and Hoosac Valley is not going to make it easy for them.
And Rick, you got some stats. We got to run down here the first half stats.
For the Lady Hurricanes, Isabella Tart. Now, how many times do you say that? And
Right.
she's played a role last year and is contributing very much so far this year. A couple of hoops for 4 points. Genevieve Legesse with 3. Gianna Wittick with a 3 for 3. Peyton Crane for 2. And Reagan Shea was held to 1 free throw for their 14 points. Ella Bond, who was knocked down a couple of threes, a 2-point field goal and a free throw for 9. Megan McGrath with 6. Delaney Hayden with 3, and 2 apiece for Lily Moranti and Nora Wood for their 22. So again, I thought we'll see, but it had the makings of a game that John talked about up at Drury the other night against Wacona.
Well, in a game like this, you know, a couple of sequences that you see, a couple of sequences like that can be huge, where Drury had some turnovers and Bond knocked down a 3 and then followed up. McGrath had a 3, and boy, I'll tell you, you get into a sequence like that, that's an 8-point lead in a game like this is big.
Yeah, and again, Drury got 9 from Bond, which I expect Bond to be a near a double-digit scorer most games. McGrath is going to lead the team in rebounds most games, but to get 6 from her in the first half is key, and then they get 2 or 4 from other people, and that's why they have the 8-point lead.
Absolutely.
And I think Drury has the guards that make life hard for Shea. They can put, Delaney, or they put one of the twins on him, usually Ashlyn Hayden, and then when she went to the bench, they put McGrath on her, and they made it very difficult for Shea, who you still don't want to get going, but right now Drury's making it real hard for her.
Yeah, absolutely. They've limited Shea to a couple foul shots. Coming in this game, averaging 22 points. She's got to have a big game for Hoosac Valley. So we're at halftime here. And the score is Drury 22 and Hoosac 14. We were hoping to have an interview here at halftime, but
I tried to grab him and he walked away too.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, no, an 8-point lead is a dangerous lead for Drury. They want to extend it coming out. And for Hoosac, they want to chip away and be, within a basket or two going into the fourth quarter. Hoosac has history on their side right now for the last 12 years. Drury's trying to get the monkey off their back. So a great northern rivalry game early in the season. Often lately it would have been one and done,
right.
But we're going to get to see it twice this year.
Yeah,
the good thing for Hoosac Valley, it's sad that they're missing Wilson due to health, but that means other players are getting more time. And so when she comes back, she'll add to what they have going. And Hoosac's not going anywhere away anytime soon because they play too hard. And they're going to be in every ball game, though, is how hard they play.
Yeah, that's a good point. John. It gives Hoosac Valley an opportunity to develop some depth and give other players an opportunity to get some experience out there.
Yeah, the girls didn't see as much time last year. They saw a role time, and now they're being called on a bigger role, and they got to learn how to handle it. And again, I think this matchup tonight favors Drury with their depth. But I'm impressed with how hard. I know Hoosac Valley plays hard. They have a tradition here. I know 20 years ago, Hoosac Valley wasn't a girls basketball program that anyone really worried about. They were a 3 to 5 win team. And then they turned the corner in 2013, and they've been a powerhouse ever since. And Drury wants to enter that talk, and they need to continue, putting the ball in the hoop and playing great defense, especially on Legesse and Shea, the 2 leading scorers for Hoosac Valley.
Right. Very good point. Well, we're at halftime here at Hoosac Valley. The score, Drury 22, Hoosac Valley 14, in a real rock fight in this first half. between these two rivals. There was no give by either squad, and as we pointed out, a couple big shots by Drury late in that first half really spelled the difference in this ball game.
Yeah, I think Wittig has driven the corner a couple times and gave 2 easy layups for Hoosac. And then Bond made a great pass to Moranti for a layup, and those are the only 3 easy baskets I've seen all night. Everything else is earned and or a 3-pointer from distance.
Nice crowd, as you mentioned, guys, here tonight on a Friday. Thank you.
Well, I've been, having not coached for the first time in 15 years, I've been to 4 or 5 games already. I want to be in the gym.
Yeah.
The Drury crowds have been great. I went to 2 boys games and 1 girl game up there, and the crowd was fantastic, all 3 of them. And again, you played Pittsfield, you played Wacona, now you got Hoosac, Drury, the Berkshire County. You're going to have bigger crowds because you're going to drive the 30 to 45 minutes to get to a game.
Yeah, that's a good point, John. Yeah.
And then Greenfield's only an hour away, so they had a big crowd too the first game Drury had.
Absolutely. It makes every bit of sense.
Lady Blue Devils first out of the locker room.
Coming out of the floor here. And they have the 8-point lead, 22-14. And John, as good a shooter as Ella Bond is, I thought her contribution on the defensive end in that first half was very important.
Yeah, no, she is athletically, really gifted.
Yeah.
She's a great soccer player. She's only a freshman, but I thought last year watching her play high school basketball and then going to see her play in travel, she was getting 20, 25 points a game. In high school, she just would play great defense and knock down shots here and there. I think, her defensive effort is great. Her hustle's great. She's got long arms. She's got good anticipation. She had the half for Drury. She was the best player on both ends of the floor for Drury, and now with Drury, it could be another girl. They have enough players, they take turns, and we'll see who comes out hot in the second half.
Yeah, Coach Downey, he can go 10 deep at points, especially when Eva Moser comes back.
Right, and Coach Frederick is going to send out his starting lineup to start this second half for Hoosac Valley.
It'll be interesting. They look like they're going into a zone, and they might try to protect the just.
All right, McGrath at the point now for Drury. Delaney Hayden. And a ball from beside. Boy, that was a lot of contact in that one.
Yeah, no.
Ball started by Reagan Shea, and she gets the ball.
Boy.
Reagan went for the steal, and Delaney attacked it like she should, but she didn't realize that Shea was coming right back on her, and Shea dove to the floor, and Hustle earns the ball back for Hoosac.
All right, Wittig at the point once again for the Hurricanes. Being guarded there by Hayden. I'm sorry, yep. And there's that pressure. Both teams have played pretty solid defense in this one.
7 on the shot clock.
Right.
Wow.
They let that go as well. And a ball knocked away. Will stay with the Blue Devils. Good hustle there by Wittig.
Yeah, good hustle, and Hayden's got to realize that was Delaney, that you don't run right up the middle of the floor, because even if she caught it, she would have been in a bad location.
Shot doesn't go. And a rebound there by...
It's going to be Daly's foul again. Sometimes a little frustration.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, she did a great job coming up with the rebound, and then she's too quick putting it back. She's got to learn. She'll get better, but she's quick with her putback. She's got to regain her composure. Then she got her third foul because of the miss.
And there's another turnover there on that half-court press. And that's caused problems for Hoosac Valley this evening. Hayden out top there to her sister, Ashlyn. And there's Delaney. Short, and Shea on the rebound. Ahead to close.
Yeah, great job getting back by McGrath, and not quick enough with the pass. Another look for...
Knocks it down.
Knocks it down that time.
Right, and I love the fact that
Hayden.
she took the same shot 2 times in a row. She wasn't afraid to take that one. Big bucket early. Open up a first double-digit lead of the night.
Yep. 25-14 Drury. And Hoosac Valley into a danger zone here. In for Hoosac Valley, Ava Gigello. She's an 8th grader. Gigello steps back. Her shot blocked. Delaney Hayden. No. Oh boy. Wow. A lot of action there. They're going to call a foul. Boy. Woo.
Wow, that was action.
Wow. And they're going to call the foul there on Ashlyn Hayden. Boy, she wiped out Gianna Wittig.
It's her first, but second on the Blue Devils here in the third quarter.
And a foul out on top there.
That's their third early one, and Hoosac's had trouble scoring. You don't want to get to 5 fouls early.
Yeah. And give them opportunities at the foul line, John. You're right.
And they had the trap there, but she was a little late coming over there. 1 second earlier, you don't get the foul, but she picked it up, and now they got to be careful on this end of the floor. They've been playing aggressive all night, but they have 3 early fouls.
It's a jump right. Gigello, not there. Laid up, short. And it's going to go over to Hoosac.
I'm wondering if Moranti was thinking about somebody taking a charge, or
right,
but it was pretty close.
Yeah, well, I don't know who the Hoosac player was. Got on the weak side because she had a layup, but the girl for Hoosac hustled back and took away the layup, and she got stuck.
Yeah, shot.
Big rebound right there.
And lost ball, but stays with Drury.
Well, that's the veteran Ashlyn Hayden battling for a rebound with an 8th grader, because Crane had inside position, and Delaney, no, it was Ashlyn was able to tip it away and get the possession back.
Hoosac Valley yet to score here in this third quarter. There's a foul.
It's on Wittig.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Wittig plays hard and usually plays clean. That's her second one. That, you know, there's some calls that are being made and some not. I would have liked them to play through that one.
It makes some ball tied up, some tough passes on those inbound plays.
Yeah, you know, it's Hoosac adjusts and switches, and you got to cut harder, and they're not doing it right now, and they're having a tough time getting it inbounds.
Nobody there. Another turnover as this Drury pressure has really affected Hoosac Valley tonight. McGrath teed it up nice, had a real good look at the basket, and that's going to put Hayden at the line as Ashlyn Hayden is fouled, and she's going to get a couple. That foul will go against Peyton Crane.
I don't even know if Ashlyn Hayden scored yet, but she's had like 4 offensive rebounds, and I think I'm impressed with her game in the first 2 times I've seen her play this year.
Right.
Little front iron on that one, a little short.
Yeah, no, she bent the knees a little early, and you're going to be short every time. it's easy to coach from up here and easy to make free throws from up here, but she bent her knees early. I knew it was short right away. When she shoots in rhythm, 1, 2, 3, knees follow through, it goes nothing but net. Better. Little long, but better.
All right, and LeJess with the rebound. And she's tied up, and that is the 4th team foul on Drury with 4:29 to go. As you said, John, Hoosac Valley on the next Drury foul, they're going to be at the line.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, 50-50 ball. I think McGrath went in too hard, but it might have been clean, it might not, but they saw the foul, and now the next one, they're going to the line.
That's the second foul on Megan McGrath. And Tart.
Another turnover. Nice pass. Nice finish.
And a finish.
Beautiful.
Left-handed layup.
Very nice.
Ella Bond, who was the leading scorer, hasn't even played in the second half yet.
Right.
But Delaney Hayden has taken her role and has got 5 quick points, maybe even more.
Ball on the floor. Gets it off, and that's the first basket there for Crane.
Yeah, you know, there was a hustle play in the corner. 2 Drury girls went for it. Ian's probably calling timeout. The girl on the weak side stayed 15 feet out on her girl, and she, as soon as the ball went to the corner, she should have dropped to the level of the basket. Hoosac's been having trouble scoring. You don't want to give them an uncontested layup.
Right.
And Ian called timeout immediately after their first basket in a long time.
Yep, that's the first basket of this quarter, and the first basket of the second half for Hoosac Valley there. As they
went the last 2 or 3 minutes without scoring because they cut it to 14. They cut it to 18-14, and then they didn't score again.
Right. It's been a long, long time since Hoosac Valley has gotten on the board. 3:47 to go in this third quarter, and it's Drury on top by 11, 27-16. The Lady Blue Devils trying to break a 12-year losing streak to the Hurricanes, and they're in position to do it tonight. With 3:47 to go in this third quarter, but it's
last tonight.
Yeah, no, I think Coach Frederick teaches that because both the younger girls are going right to the weak side blocks, and they're in the battle for every missed shot.
Coach Downey heard you, John.
Yeah, no, I'm just impressed with everybody that on Hoosac's played 5 minutes, and she now is well rested.
So you have a Hoosac Valley as a freshman and 2 8th graders out there.
Another foul.
Definite foul.
All right.
There's your bonus.
Yeah, so Isabella Tart is going to go to the line. I believe she'll shoot a pair. The senior.
I think she went to the line earlier, went 1 for 2, or did she go yet?
No.
No.
She's got a couple buckets. The only senior on this Hoosac Valley squad, Isabella Tart, truly one of the best softball players in Western Massachusetts.
Good touch on that.
Yeah.
Again, this 3 minutes is key. Can Drury put on the press and the pressure now that they're in foul trouble? And the refs are calling it a little tighter, I think. And they got to be aware of that.
So this is the second. Yeah. 10-point Drury lead, 27-17. Yeah. There's that three-pointer.
Another one.
The hot hand is Delaney Hayden, and she's not afraid to put it up, and nothing but that.
Had a couple of three-pointers here in this third quarter.
Another steal by Bond.
And there's Bond. Doesn't get it to go.
Wow.
Call a foul there.
I don't see that. I mean, Hoosac's playing it just as hard and with their hands, and they're not being called. That one let it go, but
that's going to be 2 shots.
2 shots, yep.
Yeah, it's
right there. Bond had a wide open 3.
Yeah.
If you had to do it over again, she could have swung it one more for Delaney, who had the hot hand.
Yep.
But Bond wasn't afraid to shoot it in the first half, and she took a wide open shot. It wasn't a bad shot. But Delaney was calling for the ball in the corner, and she just hit 2 in this half. But now Hoosac's back at the line. A free throw, a foul 94 feet from the hole, keeping them in the game because I think all their points. No, they had the layup and then 2 free throws for the 4 points this quarter.
Again, 1 for 2 for Tart. She's got 6 points. And it's 30-18. There's a drive down the middle. Oh, just go. Everything but the basket. Bond with a rough rebound in there. Tied up.
Yeah, the Drury fans weren't happy. LaJess was there, played good defense. No call on the drive, but Drury maintains possession.
There you go. Ball into Daly. Addison Shepard.
Short.
Step back. Goes again for Shepard.
Yeah, she can hit that 15-footer. She did that
Nice
against
shot there.
Wacona on Wednesday. She had at least 6 or 7.
That ball's
Turnover.
away. And they're going to call a foul on Whittick. And that's going to put Delaney Hayden to the line. And Drury has quickly moved out to a 14-point lead here with 1:57 to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, Drury's getting in foul trouble, but they're still pressing, and they forced 2 turnovers, and they're trying to put the game away as early as they can.
And Hayden gets the first one. Gets them both. (34-18) Drury. And a 10-second violation. Once again, another turnover. That's been the bugaboo for the Hurricanes tonight. They have had all kinds of problems with the Drury pressure.
Right, and right there, LaJess is in the middle of breaking the press, and last year she would go deep, and now she's got a bigger role, and no one moved for her. She got stuck with the ball. Nice pass, but too far ahead. Good curl cut.
Here it comes. Kendall Moran. Again, another 8th grader for Hoosac Valley. Whittick, drop down pass.
Yes, that time Drury dropped down to the weak side girl. McGrath was on the wing and she dropped down, would have been a layup if she didn't drop down, but they adjusted. Yeah, you got some talented 8th graders on Hoosac, but they're not used to this ball pressure they're seeing from Drury.
Right. Whittick for 3.
Right there, they had the big on Whittick, the big step back in the paint, and Whittick had the opening and knocked it down.
And that's her second three-pointer of the game. And they're going to go over to Hoosac Valley. Furious action here. A minute to go in this third quarter.
Another deflection.
Moran with the jumper. Doesn't go.
Get a little Hoosac Drury cheer going back and forth. Fun, exciting to see this rivalry back in the spotlight.
Yep, it is.
Nice drive to the hoop by Meg McGrath there. Drew the foul. She'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and that's on LaJess, her 4th one. She made it the whole quarter without a foul, but in the 35 seconds left, McGrath took it to her. And it would have been a layup if LaJess didn't step up, but now she has 4 fouls.
Yes, she does. Now she misses that.
Good to see her on the floor, though, this year. Hopefully for a whole season.
Absolutely. Late getting to the spot, and
she did all that herself to draw foul.
Right. So
yeah, Reagan Shea's not in the court right now, so that puts a lot of pressure on LaJess, and she took the pressure right on her shoulders there and beat the trap, drove to the basket, and now she gets rewarded with 2 free throws.
Yes, and there's a good one.
She's got a beautiful touch.
Yeah, every girl wants to make every free throw, but I just look at their rotation. She's got a great rotation on the ball, so I can see why she's a high percentage free throw shooter. Great rotation.
Both. You're right. She's got 5 points now in the ball game. 20 seconds to go. Ball knocked away. That's going to be a foul.
And now Drury shooting.
That'll put, I believe, Ashlyn Hayden to the line.
Right.
It's shooting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a 15 foul for Hoosac Valley. So Drury will go to the line and shoot a pair now themselves. That's going to put.
Good hustle by Moran. It's just she came in pretty hard from the back.
Ashlyn Hayden goes to the line now for 2 with 20 seconds to go.
3 in a row from the line from Drury, and with a 13-point lead, you make your free throws, you feel pretty good, because right now, Hoosac's having a hard time putting the ball in the hole. Ashlyn.
She's got 1 out of 2, but Bynes going to come down with a rebound. Very smart, knocking it off one of the defenders, either Shea or LaJess. And we got a
Reagan Shea's back in, and she picked up her 3rd on that. Again, late fouls in the quarter.
Going down the other way.
No, Bond is shooting. It's Bond is shooting. Bond is shooting. You're going the wrong way, refs.
$21 White, the foul.
Yep. They're figuring it out. They just went the wrong end of the court.
Yeah. No, there's definitely no question, guys. Both teams getting a penalty, and both teams shooting now. And Bond will go to the line and shoot a pair with 19 seconds to go here in the first half. And you don't want her on the line, that's for sure. And
so 1 out of 3 for the night.
No, she's a little quick there. I think that's her first shot in the second half, and she was quick. Take your time, nothing but net.
There it is. Ella with 10 points now.
Calling the foul on Hoosac.
Yeah.
Or Drury, because it could be a reach. I don't know what he's calling.
45 White.
Yeah, it's going to go against Tart.
That's her second.
And you got the hot hand in the third quarter. Let's see if she can keep it going with 12 seconds left. 14-point lead.
Missed them both. Here comes Shea, and she's fouled with 7 seconds to go. So Shea's going to go to the line. Boy, some ill-advised fouls here in this one I've seen tonight, John.
Yeah, no, she actually had a chance. If she went underneath the ball, she wouldn't have been called a foul. Whether it was a foul or not, 9 out of 10 times they're going to call that because she went over the top. Now you get Reagan Shea on the line just to get a couple freebies. The only good news is you got 7 seconds to maybe get a shot yourself. See if Hoosac puts any ball pressure on. And they get an offensive rebound.
There goes Shea down the lane and scores it.
That's their first field goal of the night.
Yep.
That was a foul on Wittig they didn't call. That was dangerous, but, that's a big possession. You could have went up 16 if you made your two free throws. They get a free throw and a bucket, and now it's 13 or 11.
Yeah.
And Hoosac gets the ball coming out of a timeout, out of the half or the quarter.
Yeah, big sequence there.
If you're Drury, you want to peck away and keep putting 2-4 points up here and there and not let Hoosac think they can come back. If you're Hoosac, you want to get the lead down to 8. Then you want to get it down to 4, and with 2 minutes left, be in the ball game. So a lot of things can happen in this final 8 minutes. Drury had a chance to go up 16, and Hoosac had a nice response in that final minute to cut it to 11. So we get a big opening part of the fourth quarter coming up. Hoosac's got the ball. They can cut it to under double digit if they can score on their first possession.
And guys, our next live broadcast coming up on January 8th, and that's going to be a dandy as Hoosac Valley and Drury boys will tangle up at Drury High School on January 8th, and we'll have that game live right here, channel 1302. You don't want to miss it. Always a thriller. And Hoosac Valley comes out first out of the break, and the ball is tied up, and it's going to go over to Drury on the possession area.
So some substitutions, John, here for Coach Downey.
Yep.
Trying to rest up some of his kids, keeping some height in there and a little bit of scoring.
Yeah, you get a junior in Daly coming back after picking up 3 fouls, and the senior in Wood, so you're not losing much.
A lot of depth for this Blue Devil squad.
Nice cut.
Nice play.
Nice cut, nice pass by Bond.
Yes.
Big bucket for Drury to get.
That's Ash Hayden's first field goal of the night.
Travel.
And a turnover. John, very impressed with Ella Bond. Very complete ball player.
Yeah, obviously her brother's a very good player, but she's no typical freshman. She's a seasoned freshman ready to contribute big time in a high-quality varsity team.
And there's Shea down the line.
That's her third three-pointer of the night.
Hoosac's trying to seal that outlet pass. That's what they always do.
Ball knocked away there by Shea.
Gonna have to get her some help.
Yeah, Shea's a one-person press, and they're bringing a second person back now.
Right.
Now you should attack.
And score it! No, they're gonna call.
Oh, wow!
Offensive foul by Shea. Tart had her lined up. She took the charge.
Yeah, that was an impressive take because Ashland did a great job finding the basket there.
Isabella Tart takes the charge there for Hoosac Valley.
That's the thing. Hoosac made a 5-point run in the final minute. And in the first minute of the fourth quarter, Drury answered it, and now it's back up to 16. With the struggles Hoosac has scoring tonight, you feel comfortable if you just protect the ball. But that was a big answer by Drury to start the fourth quarter.
John, not much of Lily Moranti here in the second half either.
Yeah,
but you never know what's going on, behind the scenes either.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, the toughest thing to scout is a team where you don't know who the scorer is going to be. Yeah. Lily was the leading scorer for them at Lee. I don't know who led the other night. I know Bond had 9, I think, and but they have people that can put the ball in, and you got to worry about everybody. Right. So that's it. No one's going to get 22 often for Drury, but you got girls every night. Someone different's going to step up. Tonight it's been Delaney Hayden and Ella Bond. One night it'll be Lily Moranti. McGrath had 6 points in the first half. They got a good problem is they got, find minutes for so many good players.
Right.
That's a great problem to have as a coach.
Down the lane, ball knocked away. Hoosac Valley recovers it.
Great defense.
Yeah.
Stolen by Vidal.
Yes, good defense there by Drury.
Oh, in and out.
He had a great look at it.
Yeah, she put it up, and you got to take open shots, and she in and out, and it would have been nice for her confidence to have that one fall.
A carry. Yeah. Mike Rivers saw what I saw.
Right.
Yeah, she made a good move. The Hoosac fans went crazy. Then she made her next move, and it was a carry, and the Hoosac fans didn't catch up to that call.
Down the lane, that's going to put Drury at the line. It's close on the foul. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great curl cut. Like Drury, when they get the curl cut, they've been getting to the basket and either getting a good look or getting fouled, and that time she got fouled.
And Ashland Hayden with the line for the Blue Devils.
Two out of 5 tonight.
Yep.
Unofficial, of course.
Unofficial, but rattles it home. Gets them both.
That's a big free throw for your confidence. So you're at 50%. It's way better than 2 for 6. So good for her.
Reagan Shea breaks that press.
She just had to work so hard to get it down there, and then they still ended up with nothing because Drury's covering all angles.
And the ball knocked out of bounds. Stays.
Yeah, defensively, they are making it tough.
Oh, absolutely. That's been, in my opinion, the story of this game, the Drury defense.
Yeah, they've had a ton of turnovers. Not too many transition points off turnovers, but extra possessions, and they've cashed in on several three-pointers tonight. And their guards rebound. That's the second one for Vidal.
I'm going to call a double dribble there. And the ball.
There's no quit in those Lady Canes, that's for sure.
18-point Drury lead here. It's 5:11 to go in this ball game. Bond, you got it.
Have a night, Ella Bond.
That's her fourth three-pointer of this game.
And another turnover.
Bond to the basket. Ball stopped.
Good, nice defense there by Gianna Whittick.
They got 6 players
yeah,
on
they
the
got 6
court.
players out there.
There we go.
Bond. Again. She is on fire. Ella Bond. What a night for the freshman.
Double screen for her there. She got open. They defended it better than I thought, and she still knocked it down.
Unofficially, I've got her for 19 points on the night, leading all scorers. And the ball will go over to
the Drury's done a great job on Reagan Shea. I think that's the first time she forced a shot. When you're the scorer, you got to take it when you can get it. It wasn't a bad look. It was a little deep, but Drury's done a great job on both ends of the floor. and it looks like they're going to end the long drought against Hoosac Valley.
Yep, foul out front there.
These kids are tough, I'm telling you. Who says it's not physical in girls basketball?
No. On the foul, Ava Jagello, just an 8th grader, but see, Hoosac Valley has 3 8th graders on the floor. Nice pass, oh, beauty. Nice pass in there. Smart.
Lee Stanley with her first bucket of the night.
Well, what a nice pass by Kira Vidal.
Yeah, Ella had a bad angle to the backboard, and it found Daly.
And Peyton Crane on a good pass from Reagan Shea. From the corner. No good.
Nice rebound by Hayden.
Yeah, she's had 4 or 5 of those tip-out rebounds,
Absolutely.
and it makes a big difference in a close game. Now, right now, it's not that close, but in the first half, it all was, and she had a lot done.
This way. Ball knocked out. 3:14 to go. Drury in control here.
In comes Shepard and McGrath
Yep.
for Ashlyn Hayden and Elise Daly.
Doesn't go. Rebound. Out there. Jagello clears it away, and here comes Wittig. 3 minutes to go. Shade from the corner. Doesn't go. And she hasn't had many looks tonight.
Out of bounds? No, jump.
Jump ball.
Yeah, no, Drury goes to their bench and they don't miss a beat. That's going to be a big advantage to them. I'm impressed with this team. I've seen them play twice now. Hoosac's going to get there. They're young, and they're going to get a key player back. They played hard all night. They're going to have a good run once they get everybody healthy. But Drury's depth made all the difference tonight.
Yep. And a lot of years of frustration are about to come to an end here for the Blue Devils. They've had a lot of frustration in this gym over the last several years. And Shade on the line, score.
Nice floater by Reagan.
Reagan Shea.
No quitting her. That's
No.
2 and a steal.
And that ball knocked out of bounds. 2:19 to go here. Timeout on the floor. And it's Drury with the commanding lead, 52-30. As Coach Frederick has gone to his bench. And once again, we want to thank Northern Berkshire Community Television for the broadcast of tonight's high school basketball action here at Hoosac Valley between Drury and Hoosac Valley. The first of several live broadcasts that we'll be doing, and we'll be back on the air next up at Drury High School when the Hoosac Valley boys take on the Drury Blue Devils, and both those teams are having a good start early on in this season. Both teams are 2-1 in the newly constituted Berkshire County League.
It'll be the first time they have a Drury boys basketball game versus Hoosac when they were co-oping in football. We've co-opted in baseball, but
right.
The guys are going to know each other, and it's going to be a fun atmosphere. Always is.
Yeah.
No matter what the team's record.
Exactly. Just doesn't matter. A lot of fun. And out on
5
top,
seconds.
and
Timeout.
timeout by Drury. Coach Downey, as McGrath was in some bit of trouble out on top there, tied up a little bit.
Yeah, you got a 22-point lead, but you want to teach them right, and you got to finish the game and play it like it's a close game, because this is an impressive win for Drury, but they're going to be in some nail biters. They're playing in a tougher league.
Right.
They got all the Berkshire County teams, and then they're playing a tough schedule this year. So you can't take anyone for granted, and you don't want a bad possession. No matter if you go to the end of your bench or your starters are out there, you want to finish the game strong, no matter what the score is. So Downey called timeout. They'll see what they got to do. They got to move to get open. No one was getting open for McGrath. She was frustrated. Good for McGrath not to throw the ball away, and Downey used the timeout to maintain possession.
And you talk about that schedule. Drury's got Pope Francis twice. They are solid. They'll play Pittsfield, always a tough out. Of course, they'll play Wacona again. So they've got some good, tough schedule. There's Bond on the reverse left. Doesn't go. Yeah, Berkshire County Bats, this league, Pittsfield, they've got Lennox twice, Pittsfield, Pope Francis twice, Hoosac again, Wacona again. That's a very, very competitive schedule for both Hoosac Valley and Drury.
Well, Downey wanted the tougher of the two schedules, and he wants his team to be battle tested before the tournament. He's got a good group of girls here, and right now, they're going to go to a 3-0 start, so good for the Drury girls. And but they do have some stiff competition. Pope Francis has been a powerhouse.
On a block, nice turnaround.
Nice turn by Shepard.
Great position by Shepard, and a nice use of the backboard.
Nice move. Shea, long three-pointer. Doesn't go. And on the rebound, that's Kendall Moran. Whittick thought about it for a minute. And there's 18 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Hoosac Valley going to reset here.
Good block by Shepard.
Yep. On that block, Moran's shot was blocked, and there's going to be a foul out on front.
Yeah, they're not in foul trouble this quarter,
No.
so that doesn't matter. But great block by Shepard. She read the girl coming off the screen, stepped up to help, and Drury had possession but lost it. And Ella Bond coming out of the game, player of the game tonight.
Yep.
Her and Delaney, Hayden, great offensive nights, and the whole Drury team played great defensively, but Ella was a big part of that too.
Yeah, and very impressive, both offensively and defensively. That's a beautiful pass there and low. And it doesn't go. There's going to be a tie-up. But that was a nice entry pass.
I was just going to add, Tim, for so many years, under Coach Wojcik especially, was that just tremendous full-court pressure all the time, trapping, and always saw how physical they were, and that's what Ian Downey's team is starting to become now.
A lot of them play AAU. A lot of them are dedicated to this sport, and it's good for them to get this monkey off the back and to knock Hoosac off. Hoosac is a young team. They'll get better, but a great win for Drury tonight.
Oh, good on that. Put back. Doesn't go. Also doesn't go. And
Drury playing to the final whistle.
Yep. You know, John, you've coached high school. It's very, you look at Hoosac Valley, it's incredible to have a run for that many years at that level. You're talking 3 state championships, 6 appearances in the finals. So there's got to be a little bit of an end, but that's it. And Drury is going to come away with a very impressive victory, 55-30 over a very game Hoosac Valley team, and that's a happy group of Blue Devils on the floor.
Yeah, no, Hoosac's run is going to be looked upon as very impressive, but they got to rebuild a little bit with this young team. But Drury came in tonight. I thought they played a pretty sloppy first quarter. We're up 8-6. Had a decent second quarter to open up an 8-point lead, but they made it no doubt in the second half and ended up with a 25-point victory.
Right. And again, I thought one of the things, and I think this has been a trademark of this squad here so far this season, is this solid defensive effort by Drury.
Yeah, their defense has been a team effort individually on the ball. They're doing a great job, but they started to rotate a little better, and that limited Hoosac's chances. My most impressive thing of the Drury team so far is I haven't seen anything like nobody's looking for their points, or nobody's like it either comes in the game. They look like they're connected as a team, and hopefully they play that way because they got an impressive squad out there. I've been impressed, and they are playing as a team with a lot of talent and a lot of desire. So hopefully they can keep building on this big win tonight.
That's absolutely right. And again, when you look at this, the depth of this squad, as you pointed it out early on in this ball game, you know, this is a team, they go 10 deep, no question about it. And you don't lose much. Coach Downey does not lose a lot when he goes to his bench.
Yeah, when they get Ever back, they got 10 varsity players that saw time last year. That's unheard of to return 10 players. And again, they have the experience. They have to come together as a team, and I've seen that the first couple of games. Tonight was Ella Bond and Delaney Hayden took the scoring lead, but the whole entire team playing as a collective unit on defense, turnover after turnover after turnover. The switch was flipped tonight. Drury had a ton of turnovers forced against Hoosac.
Right.
That's usually the MO against Hoosac versus other teams.
That's right. Absolutely correct, John. It was after, I'd say, you know, after that first quarter, Drury settled down, got into that pressing defense, and Hoosac Valley just wasn't able to contend with it and had a lot of turnovers. And you can't do that in a game like this. You've got to, every time you've got possession of the ball, you got to get a shot at the basket.
And Drury, even though they have 3 seniors, Eva hasn't played yet. Nora is, finding her minutes here and there, and Megan's a key player that'll be tough. But they got a lot of girls in this run, not just this year, but for the long haul. And their JV team had a nice win against Hoosac. So Drury program's looking good right now. Congrats to Coach Downey. You want to get that monkey off the back against Hoosac Valley, and they got it tonight. So hats off. Great way to start Christmas vacation. Right. Drury's off. They got a 2-week break. A lot of schools have to go Monday and Tuesday, but Drury does not, so they get to enjoy a early start to their Christmas vacation with a big win over arch rival Hoosac Valley, first time in 12 years.
Absolutely, and of course these two squads will do it again later in the year. That's the beauty of this. We're back to the old alignment, and it's great for local basketball. It's great for Berkshire County basketball, John. Both, I'm sure, down in Pittsfield, Wacona. I know I talked to Coach Belcher at Wacona. He is very, very happy as well with this new alignment. He's happy to play Drury twice. He's happy to play Hoosac twice. He's happy to have that Berkshire County competition.
Yeah, I started coaching with Billy Robinson as his JV coach in 1991, and Berkshire County had great boys basketball, and I would go to the girls basketball game, and we had tremendous girls basketball in the 90s and 2000, and it was sad to see it go away. And it's not a fully back, but it's way more back than it was, and I think Berkshire County's going to enjoy it.
Absolutely. Rick, you got a rundown on the stats for the game.
I do, and of course it's all unofficial, but it's pretty darn close.
No, you're pretty good, Rick.
For the Lady Canes, there were 4 players, each with 6 points. Gianna Wittick, Peyton Crane, Reagan Shea was held to 6, and Isabella Tart, and Genevieve Legesse with 5. So no Hurricanes in double figures. And as John said, the player of the game was 9th grader Ella Bond tonight. She led in scoring, played great defense, rebounded, passed well, stole the ball. 20 points for Ella Bond, the 9th grader. Also in double figures, Delaney Hayden with an excellent first and second all-around ball game. She finished with 13. 7 for Megan McGrath, most in the first half. 5 for Ashlyn Hayden, 4 for Addison Shepard, and 2 apiece for Nora Wood, Elise Daly, and Lily Moranti for their 55. And as you said, the streak has been broken.
Yeah, it's an impressive win. It's a good team win. Drury's going to have a double-digit or 2 double-digit scorers every night, most nights. And then everybody else has to get 4 and 6. You get 55 points, you're going to win a lot of ball games.
Yeah, in high school base. And as you know, the old adage, defense wins championships. And this Drury squad, you have to work to score against them. That is for sure.
And except for the third quarter, they avoided foul trouble. So they were able to put the pressure on. Third quarter, they ran into a little foul, early fouls. But all the other quarters, they never, they didn't get to near 5 until the final minute of the quarter. So you're playing hard, forcing turnovers, and you're avoiding foul trouble. They have a lot of room for improvement, but when you're 3-0, you got to keep that improvement train going because they got something special in there. Now they got to put the recipe all together and find it and keep clicking and get better each week because I'm very impressed with their team early on this year.
Well, we're hoping to have a post-game interview here.
You may in a minute, Tim. I just saw the coaches come out, the assistant coaches at least. And I don't think Coach Downey's going to be very far behind.
No,
and he usually knows, so hopefully he'll pop out and take a quick peek.
Yeah, he's been very, very kind and accommodating to us over the years. Win or lose, Coach Downey always makes himself available to us, so we can get his insights on the game and his team.
Well, as a coach, you appreciate the exposure. Like, this is awesome that the kids can go back and have this forever on YouTube or on local TV and get a copy of it. And, they appreciate it. And Coach Downey has been around for a long time, and I know he's enjoying this team. He's having fun with them, and, he's very appreciative of your efforts, and I'm appreciative of you guys inviting me up here tonight.
Well, we love to have you, and of course, it's great to have the kids give the exposure. It's such a positive experience, and we have a lot of fun too.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I've coached 29 years, and I'm going to miss it. I had a good group of girls at Mount Greylock, but it was my time to give it up, and I've been in the gym 5 games already, so it's fun to do the game, and it's just, you just see, you do it for fun and enjoyment, but you call what you see. Rick and I had a great Drury boys game last year that was a buzzer beater, and you remember those things as an announcer, as a player. I know, it's just a lot of fun, and you guys have done this for a lot of years. So as a former coach, very much appreciative, and, the players and the coaches appreciate it all around the county.
Well, I don't know if we're going to have anybody to talk to. We wanted to have somebody from Drury come up and give us a little bit of an insight on today's
really
action.
Not many
here.
of the girls have even come out.
Right.
Oh, here they come now.
Here they come. So we'll see if we can get somebody up here and do the for the final interview here.
Now, you got to feel good. Not only did you come in and take, get the streak over with, you did it in such impressive fashion. And again, some players on Drury, have some things they got to clean up and fix, and you still were able to come away with an impressive win. And every night, I think it's going to be a different player for this team. They have so much talent. They're all pretty equal. And when you have that, you got to find the hot hand. And I thought they did a great job finding the 2 girls that had the hot hand tonight.
We want to get Megan McGrath out there, and the senior for Drury.
We're going to get somebody up here, ladies and gentlemen. No matter what, It took hours and hours to produce this program. We're gonna have
I know.
one of the
We're
girls
one of the. It's truly one of the great opportunities we have. It's always wonderful to have. Yeah, we might have to. You might have to give up your headset here. We'll see.
Oh, I will.
But we have Ella Bond coming up here.
Hey, Ella, put a headset on.
Have a seat, Ella. We're delighted to have with us our player of the game, Ella Bond, a freshman, and Ella, big night here, leading scorer for the Blue Devils. And Ella, let me say, you're just a freshman, okay? And you know, for some of these older players on your squad, you don't have a lot of them. This is a big win tonight. It's been a long, long time since Drury's beaten Hoosac Valley.
Yes, it has. We've been celebrating all day, and we were excited this morning. We've been in good attitudes, and we've just been wanting to win.
Well, you certainly put on a great performance tonight. And when we talked about the game, Ella, we were very as impressive as your squad was offensively. We were really impressed with your defense. We thought that the Drury defense was outstanding tonight.
Yeah, we've been working very hard on defense. Our coach likes to say we're a defensive team, and that's what we work on. We always put shots up at the end of practice, but for most of the practice, we always work on defense.
Yeah, I think it showed tonight, Ella, that defense will win ball games. It did it against Wacona the other night, that's for sure, and it did tonight. And I think your team is going to do that the rest of the season. But those threes were open and fluent tonight. They were flowing. Could you just feel it?
Yeah.
I could. I shoot with my dad and my brother all the time, and I just felt like I was there shooting with them.
Well, what are you doing? What are you doing shooting with your brother? He's not a good shooter. I think you could teach him a thing or two after what I saw tonight.
I hope so.
Okay, Ella, listen, thank you very much for joining us here at the post game. You are our player of the game tonight. We want to wish you and the Lady Blue Devils the best of luck the rest of the season. We'll be covering you again as the season goes along.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me here.
You're welcome. Ella,
Congratulations, Ella.
And we got Coach Downey coming up here. Coach, thank you very much for taking some time to join us here post-game. We really appreciate it. And we just had our player of the game, Ella Bond.
That's shocking. That's shocking.
Shocking, right? But first off, of course, huge win for Drury. Been a long time since
13 years,
you know,
13 years.
Well,
since we won in this gym. It's been 13 years since we won in this gym.
Well, who's counting, right, Coach?
Yeah.
But it's a big step forward. We commented during the course of the broadcast. Now, this is the first time I've seen a Drury. I know Rick has seen him, John Jacoby. Really good defensive effort by your squad.
Yeah, and I mean, if you guys you've done my games, you've interviewed me, you probably listened to the paper. Like, I love defense. I probably spend too much time on in practices. The girls probably definitely think I spend too much time on it.
That. We put some shots up at the end of the practice.
But again, if you want to beat good teams, you have to play defense.
That's right.
Right? We don't walk in this gym and win tonight without defense. So we want to play defense. We want to, generate offense off of our defense, just like the Hoosac teams of the past have done. Any of the good teams have done. So, but the one thing I thought that we did well tonight was obviously Reagan Shea is a really good player, and that's everyone knows she is, and we wanted to focus on her and see if other players could step up.
Sure.
And again, it's easy for a coach to say, let's do that.
Right.
And sometimes the players don't do it. You know what I mean? So for them to actually go out and execute the game plan, as a coach, kind of makes you proud.
And you can mix and match because when Ashlyn wasn't in there, you had Megan on it, and we saw that right away.
Yeah, and again, Megan is someone who I wish you guys had been able to see over the 4 years.
Me too.
Right.
She's obviously, because of injuries, not been able to probably develop to how she thinks she can be. So my thing to her this year is, I don't even care if you score.
Right.
Like, come out and be a defensive specialist. And she is really, just taken to that. And I think as the year goes on, I mean, if you saw her in the Jamboree, she took over in the Jamboree. She has that.
Yeah.
She has that ability, but, slowly get there. She's a senior, right? She probably wants to be Megan of 8th grade, who was the leader of her team. The problem is, you're not an 8th grader anymore. You're now a
Right.
senior with a bunch of people who can now help you. You have
Right.
4 years, 5 years of people who can help you. So, go out and again, be one of those defensive people. Because in years past, if Ash got in foul trouble, I was trying to look around. Do I put Jacinta on her? You know what I mean? And I, we all love Jacinta, but she's better on guards. Ash
Right.
can guard really 1 through 5, which is something I think Megan can also do this year.
Right. Well, Coach, you've also got tremendous depth. I think your rotation is deep. That's going to be a big advantage as you go down the line, no question. You've got a lot of depth.
Yeah. Again, it just at the end of the game, like I was like looking at the bench, being like, any of these girls deserve to finish the game.
Right.
And that's what the score was the score, but I was trying to figure out like who should be on the floor, and really, it could have been any of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Any of those players came in the game and did what they needed to do, and that's why, again, our team is like that because of the former players that have helped, the former players that have built that foundation,
Right.
and that's why we probably have as deep of a bench as we do.
Yeah, they're so well balanced. Because I remember you telling me last year you could start numerous kids.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They're all going to get time, and they all contributed tonight for you too.
Well, Coach, congratulations. A nice victory. You're off to a great start. We're looking forward to doing some more games with you guys as the season goes along, and we want to wish you the best of luck.
All right, appreciate it, guys. Thank you so
Coach
much.
Ian Downey of
Kudos,
the
Coach.
Drury
Congratulations.
Blue Devils. And they finished off a big victory tonight, Rick. The final score here at Hoosac Valley is Drury 55 and Hoosac 34. Rick Boa, my sidekick here, John Jacoby, our production, Matt Tucker, and the Northern Berkshire Community Television. We want to say good night. Well, next one.
I can't thank you enough.
Thank you, Matt.